Hello everyone. Before we start today's video, if you could all do me a solid and lightly tap the like button, perhaps share the video about and leave a comment. If you are not subscribed, subscribe as well. It would greatly help this channel. Thank you very much. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Captain's log. Subject 220923.6. We've not seen the lolcow, but we've gotten reports of some kind of cyclone brewing not so far from us. So we're going to reposition ourselves over the weekend and wait for the inevitable attack. And yes, we are going to use Bork as a lure. He be shiny. We wrapped him in gold pressed latinum. Hello everyone, welcome to This Week at Twitter. Or twat. Today we're going to start with some bloody obvious news. Courtesy of delish.com. It was trending on Twitter-ish. It was in the events thing. Does that mean it's trending? I don't understand Twitter, alright? New study suggests ultra-processed foods lead to cancer. Well, imagine my shock. As someone that grew up in the 90s, hand-to-mouth breadline type, where all you got was the lowest grade quality food, that was basically when you looked at the ingredients, every E number on the planet, yeah, we all knew we were being fed cancer. There are a number of areas of this that make it quite fascinating. For example, a teenager actually went blind after he only ate processed foods for most of his life, grats, and that men have a higher risk, 29% more likely in fact, to develop a form of cancer from things like frozen meals, cold cuts, and soda. Or thank God I don't drink soda or eat frozen meals. Or does it count if the food comes from frozen? Does that count? In which case, I'm doomed. Oh no. No lives matter, everyone. That includes myself, apparently. Now, many of us have known for years that if you consume as little over 5 ounces of processed meat per week, you put yourself at a greater risk of heart disease. That comes from some research. Whether it's factual or accurate or not, I couldn't say. The only people I know who eat processed meat on a, daily would be those that go to McDonald's, and children who eat those, breaded things. Yeah, the shapes. It's not really my area, because steak and bacon exist. I should now state there might be some discrepancies in the research. For example, data was compiled from more than 134,000 people in 21 countries. That research tracked their meat consumption and cardiovascular illness for more than a decade. I know somebody will want to insert that if you track that over a number of continents, people of different races genetically may be able to handle certain things better than others. We're not going to go down that path because I don't want to be accused of being alt-right or getting involved in race realism. We don't do them things here, mostly because we are far too lazy for it. So instead we're going to talk about the fact that The Little Mermaid has been trending for a while. Another one of these live-action remakes done by Disney. Now I have stated I couldn't care less. Because I'm not a child, it is not marketed to me. Others have said that the movie itself is part of the ongoing problem concerning the ginger side. I guess the only representation they're going to find in the future will be in adult movies. And I should also insert, doesn't really matter the race of the characters. Oh, but it comes from this historical blah blah, I don't care. None of those Disney remake, reboot, live action things have been well received. And if they have, I haven't heard about it. In fact, all I've seen are complaints about every single one of them. They are a cash grab, nothing more. It's embarrassing how bad they have been panned, and yet at the same time treated as if they are absolutely A-OK and only incels vote against this stuff. No, I think it's because they just don't look as good, or because they are quite clearly a cash grab. I had seen others who had done a rather interesting reface of Ariel with Nicolas Cage. Yes, that was delightful. I've seen many other versions, in fact. It does tickle me to no end. Someone going to the extent of changing Ariel's race in the trailer we've seen from what she is to a white girl with ginger hair. That might be considered bad optics. I'm not entirely sure. But with this in mind, Pencil Forge, I don't want to hear anything about The Little Mermaid. Underneath is a picture of the live-action Dragon Ball Z thing. Oh, dear God. This image alone reminded me of the absolute tragedy that was The Last Airbender live-action. It was horrendous. But it exists. And like The Last Airbender, this was hardly well received either. It was universally panned by fans and critics. It barely made back its budget if you include the fact that it had to be promoted. It was a genuine mistake. They often are, and it led to many people to accuse those that made the movie of whitewashing anime. I'm not going to be drawn in on that. But instead of making these rather pathetic comparisons, might I suggest instead you just take the L, because many people in every walk of life are going to like and or dislike something you like and or dislike. Just agree to disagree and ignore those that are outraged. It's probably safer, because then I don't have to point, poke and laugh at you because you think it wasn't criticized. Dragon Ball Evolution was horrendous. So next we're going to talk about something I'm going to have to be very careful with addressing. Not long ago, Repzion announced he was going to be making a video on Nada El-Shami. This led him down a rabbit hole when he realized Foodie Beauty was a bigger target. But he did need to talk about Nada El-Shami. With the size of his channel and the, let's say, audience retention for the Files videos he does, it is a fantastic opportunity to raise awareness of somebody. You could argue punching down, but I'll be honest, if anyone's punching down, it's the scrawny midget that beats his girlfriend. Repzion received a little bit of criticism though, because in the video he promoted CBD gummies while talking about smackheads, which seemed a very strange thing to do. I will admit, on the face of it, the optics don't look great. They really don't. But at the same time, can't hate the player, as long as the overarching message is understood, and that is the conversation of Nada El-Shami, although I do think he focused a bit too much on Foodie Beauty. But it was important for context. It really was. So on Twitter, putting sponsors on serious video topics is wrong. Quote, "You expect hour-long videos to be made without receiving anything? Videos discussing serious topics, I will always donate part of that to charity with an added fundraiser attached to it. We raised $900 for DV in less than 24 hours. Congratulations." In the last 3 charities I've done, we've reached almost 6,000 in total for DV, SA and mental health. I want to be paid for content I make. If you can't deal with me donating part of it to charity and doing fundraisers, don't watch me, it's that simple. I get better criticisms. Would you prefer me to not donate anything to charity at all? What alternative do you have? No charity, no fundraiser. Just hour-long content for free. Not gonna happen. Now that's important because this is his job. Whether anyone wants to admit it or not, he has to be able to make money from it. I'm not gonna lie, my Nada video is fully monetized. I don't have sponsors, and I've made it clear I have no interest in having sponsors. So I have to tread very carefully to get a video like that approved. Because of the way that Repzion does it, he knows he is not going to get it monetized, for the most part. So instead he has to use sponsors, like Dankula with Raid Shadow Legends, Raycon, or perhaps a VPN. If there are others, I can't remember, I'm very sorry. The only thing that makes this quite strange is, again, it's CBD gummies on a video talking about smackheads. There is still nothing wrong with him having that there, and he is obligated when he uses a sponsor to place it earlier within the video because that is where the highest retention is. He knows that, he's been at this long enough. I know this because I've been here half as long as he has. Don't forget here people, Repzion's the reason I became a creator in the first place. I am going to link Repzion's video down below. If you do just want to go look for it, it will be one of the very first videos you find. Mine is a lot further down, I apparently have been buried. Sad face. Jokes aside, thank you for those who've watched it, promoted it, because the message needs to get out there. It really does. The fact he still has a platform when he has violated TOS is very important. And Repzion, for the work he does, should be able to make a living from it, because it is, like mine is, his job. All that aside though, I will admit, we all have to play optics. You are no exception, Rep. Come on, fam. So next, there is no version of this video where I don't talk about the fact GTA 6 was trending. And I know, we've been waiting a long bleeding time, chances are it won't be worth it when it finally comes out. Well, somebody did us a solid, and they kind of released things. Yes, and from this tweet here we have the guilty party. Rockstar Games have confirmed that GTA 6 did in fact get leaked by a former employee named Samuel W. Hyde. See, Sam Hyde is everywhere. Rockstar has not made any further comment about the leak or the game itself. They have in fact confirmed that it was leaked via a statement, and there were many Twitter accounts that shared all the videos that were leaked, in clubs, on the streets, other models like characters. Yeah, looked interesting. If it's not Vice City, I don't really give a crap. I want to see where Versetti is in 2022, fam. I want to see if he's fat and bald by now. Since rather unfortunately Ray Liotta is not around to do the voice work, I'd like to see who does it for Old Man Versetti. Rockstar via their Twitter. We recently suffered a network intrusion in which an unauthorized third party illegally accessed and downloaded confidential information from our systems, including early development footage for the next GTA. At this time, we do not anticipate any disruption to our live game services, nor any long-term effect on the development of our ongoing projects. We are extremely disappointed to have any details of our next game shared with you all in this way. Our work on the next GTA game will continue as planned, and we remain as committed as ever to delivering an experience to you, our players, that truly exceeds your expectations. We will update everyone soon, and of course we'll properly introduce you to this next game when it is ready. We want to thank everyone blah blah blah. Fun fact about all of this. Firstly, this is the first time you've really engaged with your fans. You're a fantastic game developer with the worst customer service. You banned me for hacking. Do you know what I did? I fought somebody who kept on attacking me, and when they died I picked up their money. I lost my account for that, and when I appealed, I couldn't. Yeah, that was cringe. Second, you've gone to extraordinary lengths to try and hide what is now on the internet. You're idiots. Hell, I've got some of the video footage downloaded onto my computer. It looks alright, it looks promising. It looks like San Andreas, a little. I'm intrigued to see where you go with this, truly. And no, I'm not going to play any of it because you'll copyright strike. I could blur it to put Nick Cage on all of it if you want. That could be fun. Maybe another time. So next, we're going to talk about POTUS. Many people, many world leaders from all around the planet. According to some Americans, all 230 different countries. It's 195. Of those 230 countries, the American president was invited to attend the Queen's funeral. He attended. While the service was taking place, though, somebody tweeted, "Now we know this wasn't you. I saw a video of you getting confused on stage because you didn't know how to get off it. Can someone please tell whoever's running your Twitter account, the official President of the United States Twitter account, that perhaps, rather than continually churning out messages of support and ostracizing, alienating while claiming to support healing and unity, to not make it look like the President of the United States is tweeting during a funeral?" I feel like I have to point out the optics here. It doesn't make anyone look good. I can promise you that. And I know many like to protect this president because, oh, but he's not Trump. That's fine. But I'll be honest, he still can't string a sentence. How the fuck is he tweeting?